Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the War Train here. Now do me a favor, if you're not already subscribed, think about subscribing to the channel, guys. I try to put gaming content out like this on a steady basis, and if you guys enjoy this video, do me a favor, please give it a thumbs up. Now with that said, today's video, I want to talk about this leak with the 3/4 scale replica of an arcade 1-up pinball machine. There's been a leak. There's a ton of buzz going on right now about this thing, and it looks absolutely awesome. Now, I just watched a whole bunch of stuff. There was, Cool Toy does a video on this. Retro Ralph, the Retro Buzz podcast, they talk about this thing, and they had John D from Arcade 1-Up on their podcast, basically going over what he could talk about, and it's pretty awesome. This week coming up, they have CES coming, and a bunch of cabinets and these arcade pinball machines are going to be shown off. Now, supposedly there's 2 of these machines. We don't know exactly which ones they're going to be. Star Wars Pinball is one of the ones that look to be leaked. That's what the pictures were. They pretty much scrubbed this stuff, tried to anyway, from the internet. It definitely wasn't something they planned on releasing, but it got out there. So there is some screenshots. The internet, this stuff gets around, that's for sure, but it looks absolutely awesome. Now, this thing is not totally finalized yet, and at CES these things will not be playable. They're just going to be showing them off, and I'm sure there'll be some other cabinets that they're going to announce as well. But the main thing is the pinball, because they don't have any pinball machines. So we're going to have some virtual, or basically electronic pinball machines. So that is awesome. I am definitely interested in picking one of these things up. I am a huge pinball fan. If you haven't been following my channel, not too long ago I had a Star Wars pinball video that I did when the game came out on the Nintendo Switch. I actually had that game pre-ordered. I picked it up launch day, and I made a video showing the gameplay. And that game has some amazing looking Star Wars tables on it, and they did a great job. And this is Zen Pinball that actually gave the tables for that game. It's absolutely amazing. They're one of the top in the industry as far as this stuff, and it hasn't been confirmed, but it looks like Arcade 1-Up is going to be working so far with Zen Pinball to put out these tables. Like I said, they haven't been confirmed what the tables are going to be, but we pretty much know that the one is going to be the Star Wars one, which is absolutely awesome. There isn't any confirmation yet on how many games. I think it's been speculated that there'll probably be around 10 tables on the machine, and there will be Wi-Fi support. Now, the Wi-Fi support hasn't been confirmed to download games on it, but you will be able to download support for like the game ROMs if there's any problems with it or whatever, because if you remember, Arcade 1-Up did have some problems in the beginning when they put out like some of their early run machines. I want to say Gauntlet was one of the games. I don't think you were able to beat it. I want to say you got to a certain point in that game, like towards the end, and I forget what the problem was, but I don't think you could progress. So they actually had to send out people a bunch of new like motherboards and stuff, and I'm sure that was pretty expensive. So this is a way with the Wi-Fi enabled to basically circumvent that kind of stuff. So there is a problem, because let's face it, this is pretty new for them even. They can just have a patch that you can download or whatever, and hopefully fix that problem before it really turns into an issue. So that is absolutely great news, and hopefully, with that being said, that there is a way, or maybe they do wind up confirming to download extra game tables on there. That would be insane. I hope they do that. Now, if they do that, I probably doubt it, because they're gonna want to do like they do now, probably maximize their profits on selling just multiple table designs. Now, these tables are going to have 2 LCD monitors On the back of it, there's actually going to be, I believe, a 7-inch monitor. I actually wrote down a couple notes because I wanted to put out the facts of this stuff. But the main monitor is actually 24 inches. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, the back one comes with the 7-inch color monitor, and it's also going to be backlit and have like different artwork that you can trade out and stuff. So maybe you want, say you do get a Star Wars one and maybe you want to change the backdrop design on it, you can just change out that piece. Or maybe you'll be able to just change out the machine completely with, say, I don't know, Marvel or Back to the Future, or whatever different tables or accessories they wind up selling. Because like I said, none of this is exactly confirmed what is going to be for sale and the heavy details. This is basically just details on the actual arcade unit itself. Now it is going to have legs that can be raised or lowered. I guess at its highest point, this thing is 59.5 inches, I believe. 59.5 inches tall at its highest point. So, I mean, this thing is a 3/4 scale replica. So, I mean, it's not going to obviously be the size of a full-size pinball table, and I don't think anybody really would want that. I mean, that's pretty big. I definitely wouldn't want something that big in my house. But I'm definitely interested in something like this. I think it could be a ton of fun. I absolutely love pinball, so this is going to be awesome. Especially too, just that feel of actually having a table, because this thing is going to have an accelerometer in there. That way you can feel like, you actually have like real tilt and nudge features to it. There's also going to be solenoids and stuff in there for haptic feedback, and instead of a pull plunger, there's actually going to be a push button plunger. So that's pretty awesome as well. They are targeting 1080p 60 frames a second on the main screen. Now that hasn't been confirmed yet either. I know that's something they are targeting, but I guess they're still looking into this, because I guess it takes quite a bit of processing power and RAM to run pinballs games and all this other stuff, because you got to figure it's also got to run the accelerometer and the solenoids and all that kind of stuff. Now there is going to be like a faux change coin op kind of slot there in the front, like make it look like you could add coins and stuff, but that's where you're going to have stuff, maybe like your volume and probably your on-off switch. So that's cool how they kind of designed that. I think that is definitely a good idea how they're pulling that off. Now this thing is going to be obviously kind of set down inside the cabinet. I guess it's going to have thinner bezels, and it's going to have like a metal trim around it, and it's also going to have an acrylic face over top of it. So I mean, hopefully that doesn't scratch. That's my biggest concern. Now with these arcade cabinets, the acrylic can scratch. It is pretty soft. Hopefully this is going to be a lot thicker, being that it is a pinball table, and hopefully it definitely won't scratch. That's my biggest concern probably with this whole unit. But I think it is so cool. I cannot wait to see this thing officially unveiled, and I hope they do give you the opportunity to add other tables on here. Now, John D from Arcade 1-Up basically specifies that they're trying to give you a $5,000 experience in a $500 product. Now that $500 isn't completely set in stone yet either, because they're still kind of working out fabrics or materials and all this kind of stuff. So I mean, that could change costs, whatever. I mean, there's more parts in this than an arcade cabinet. They're trying to make this thing accessible though, so that you could pop it open and change out parts, mod stuff if you have to. So I think that's pretty cool. But this thing overall looks pretty awesome. Definitely don't think they were happy that this stuff kind of got out, but it's pretty cool that this John D guy came on this retro podcast and basically gave out whatever information he could. He couldn't answer a ton of questions, but he could confirm that they are making a pinball table. He did confirm some of the stuff that I just let you guys know, but I think this is awesome. I'd really like to know what you guys think about it. I know some of you guys actually left me messages telling me about this, which I thought was awesome, so I had to check this out right away. I did already see something about it, but I did sit down and watch a ton of it, as much info as I could possibly get on it, because I wanted to show you guys, talk about this, because I think it's awesome. I probably will get one of these things. I can just see my game room shrinking and turning into an arcade as well as just a game room, but it's awesome. And Arcade 1-Up, they're definitely growing, trying to grow outward, do different styles. They have the countertops now, they have the cocktail tables, just the regular arcade cabinets. Now they're moving into pinball cabinets, so they're really moving into stuff. And this guy also does say that what they're trying to do is build it so that they have multiple kinds of machines. Light gun games. He did say that is something they're looking into, that they really want to put this stuff out. Driving games. I mean, these are the things. I just had a video on this talking about what cabinets I would like to see, what you guys would like to see, and man, that was like, when he said that, I was like, wow. That's why I say my game room is looking smaller, because it's going to be filled with these things in time. I just know it, because I'm definitely getting a light gun game if one comes out, a driving game, whatever. Those will be awesome to have. I cannot wait. He said they also may make other games using the flight yoke, or using that yoke style, just to have these different kinds of cabinets and control styles, just to sell them, because I mean, these things are blowing up. They are going to try to start pushing these more worldwide, and I have had people leave me comments, like say in the UK. I just left that guy a comment, basically let him know that this year they're trying to expand more. I guess it's hard to distribute this stuff worldwide, especially because they only been in business for a couple of years now. I think like 2 years, he said. So within 2 years, they've grown this to be pretty massive, and now they are a major competitor on the market to reckon with. So they're trying to meet with other distributors overseas, all around the world, to get these cabinets out to other countries and stuff, because they know that demand is out there, and that these other countries want these things. And I can't say that I blame them. They're fun. So I just wanted to put that information out there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, guys, if you're not subscribed. I try to put gaming content out like this daily if possible. But that's the video. I'm the War Train, and I'm out. Have a good one, guys.